Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is David and in this video I'm going to show you an expansion for Talisman, being the Reaper. This expansion offers 4 new characters, new adventure cards and new spell cards to play with, which you can just mix and match with the base game, no problem. And then there are 2 changes in gameplay. The warlock cave, you don't have to roll a die anymore to see what your quest will be. In addition to the 6 quests printed on the board, we will get 6 additional quests, so 12 quests total. And when you enter this space, you can pick one of the quests you like, and that will be your mission to get a talisman. And then of course we have the Grim Reaper himself. He will walk around the board, and if you meet him, you might not survive. So please let me show you the Reaper expansion for Talisman. There are 4 new characters in this small box to play with. You can mix and match them with the base game. They don't use the Reaper expansion itself. And I will show you the 4 character cards at the end of this video, so you can see what their special abilities are. Keep in mind that the miniatures come unpainted out of the box. Then we have 26 new spell cards, and they have a little skull symbol at the left of the card, so you can remove them easily from the game if you want. However, they don't have any special rules, you can just mix and match them with the base game. So once they are in the spell deck, I'll simply keep them in. And that is the same with the 90 new adventure cards we will get. These also you can just shuffle into the base deck and you never have to get them out again. I will show you some of my favorite cards from this expansion I put on top. This is an event, business is bad, all face-up places on the board close up shop and pack off to the discard pile. So this event might clear up a lot of spaces on the board should you get it near the end of the game. One of those places could be this tomb. This one is tough, because if you roll a 1 when you enter this place, you are attacked by a demon with craft 10. But it gets from bad to good. When you roll a 2, you are attacked by a white with craft 4. Roll a 3, you are attacked by a shadow with craft 2. Roll a 4, nothing happens. Roll a 5, you gain 3 gold. And when you roll a 6, you will get a talisman. So this location could be really nice if you get it in the beginning of the game. And it's an easy way to get a talisman. Because 90 adventure cards are added to the base deck, we also add another talisman to keep the odds even. There's this Hydra, only strength 4, but when defeated you have to roll a die. When you throw 1 or 2, the Hydra will return and will stay in this place waiting for another player to defeat it, so you don't get it as a trophy. Then there's this nasty follower, the Jester. When you have the Jester, you must take it as a follower. Your attack rolls are reduced by 1. And you can only discard this Jester at the castle or at the tavern. But if you win an attack against any other character, you may force that character to take the Jester instead of your normal reward. So you don't want this Jester as a follower. Very nice horse and a cart. The horse and the cart carry an extra 8 objects for you. Another place location, the arena. You may summon 1 character in the same region to this arena and you can fight that player. And after that fight the arena disappears. And the last card I want to show you is the Genie. When you get the Genie, you will take the top 3 cards of the spell deck and you can cast those 3 spells during the game whenever you want. The Genie will cast them for you as if you are the caster. And when the 3 spells are gone, also the Genie will go to the discard pile. So 90 new adventure cards that you can simply shuffle into the base deck. Then we go to the Warlock's Cave. Usually when you enter this place, you roll a die and the result will tell you what quest you will have to do to get a talisman. With this deck of cards, we don't roll a die anymore. You can simply pick a quest from one of the 12 available. 6 of them are the quests already printed on the board, but there are 6 new quests to fulfill. Discard 5 points of craft trophies, and there's also a strength one here. Discard 5 points of strength trophies, travel to the city, discard 1 fate token, travel to the cursed glade, or discard 1 spell. When you land on the Warlock's Cave, you can look through all the cards and simply pick the quest that fits you best. Personally, I prefer to have this deck shuffled and you simply draw the top card of the deck to see what you get. So you keep the randomness of having to rolling the die. Instead of rolling the die, you will get one of those quests. And there's more variation in this deck. But officially, you can look through them, pick one, and once you have completed it, the quest card is removed from the game, so no other player can have the same mission. And that's it, and that's all for the Warlock's Cave quest cards. Then the main part of this expansion, the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper will start on the Portal of Power and he will walk around the board only on the middle region or the outer region. He's already present in the inner region, so he doesn't have to go there. And the Reaper can simply cross from middle to outer region by either taking the ferry from the temple to the tavern, or he can pass along the sentinel, who does nothing to stop him. When does the Reaper move? Whenever a player rolls a number 1. Then that player first completes his or her turn. So if I'm staying over here, I roll a 1, I move 1, I encounter the location. When I'm done with my turn, I have to roll again to move the Reaper. So only when you roll a number 1 and you have finished your entire turn, then you roll again and you will move the Reaper that number of spaces. Well, maybe not that exciting, but it does get exciting when the Reaper ends his movement at another player. So if I'm the player rolling a 1 and after my turn I roll a 2 and I move the Reaper 2 spaces, this player now has to encounter the Reaper. And if there are maybe 2 other players on the same spot, the player who moves the Reaper gets to choose which of the players he attacks. He only attacks 1 player. The player who is attacked has to roll a die. And if that player rolls a number 1, it's time. Lose all lives, you are killed. It means over and out, you're out of the game, drop your stuff, remove your character and start all over again picking a new character. So I really strongly recommend you to always have at least 1 fate token in storage, just in case you meet the Reaper and you roll a 1, at least you have 1 reroll. If you roll a 1 again, okay, then you're doomed, but hopefully you will roll another result. And then things get a little less worse. If you roll a 2, the Grim Reaper is not coming for you, but for one of your followers, so you have to randomly lose one of your followers. If you don't have a follower, you will lose a life. If you roll a number 3, you will have to roll 2 die yourself and 2 die for the Reaper, or maybe another player will roll for the Reaper. If the Grim Reaper's result is higher, you will lose 1 life. If it's a standoff or you have a higher result, then there's no effect. Also a game when you roll number 4, then he wants to play a game of chess with you and you will miss your next turn. When you roll number 5, that's both funny and cruel, because then there has been a mistake and the Grim Reaper teleports to the character of your choice anywhere on the board. And that character immediately must encounter the Reaper again, so that player will now roll a die to see the result. But hopefully, should you meet the Reaper, you will roll a number 6. Then he has plans for you and you can choose to get either 1 strength, 1 craft, 1 life, 1 gold, 1 spell or 1 fate token. Or as your next move you can teleport to any other space in the same region. So it's not all death and destruction when you meet the Grim Reaper. Players are allowed to land their turn next to the Grim Reaper or pass through the Grim Reaper. Nothing happens. The Grim Reaper only attacks when he finishes moves on another player's location. And just like the other players, the Reaper has to complete his full movement. And that is what's inside this expansion. All new adventure cards, all new spell cards, all new characters. We changed the Warlock's Cave. You don't have to roll the die anymore. You can pick a card from the deck, or like I prefer, randomly get 1 card from the deck. And that will give you the quest to fulfill to get your Talisman. And we get the Reaper, and you want to stay away from the Reaper just in case you might roll bad and maybe even get killed by the Reaper. But this gives some extra interaction on the board, and usually I try to stay as far away from the Grim Reaper as possible. Especially when you're in the middle region and you think you're strong enough to go enter the inner region, and then you get killed by the Reaper, so you have to start all over again. That would be a real pity. And to finish off this video, I will show you the 4 new character cards, so you can see what the special abilities are of each of the 4 characters. And you can pause the video so you can read all the special abilities of the 4 new characters. For now, if you have any questions about the Reaper expansion or Talisman in general, please feel free to ask them in the comments below. My name is David, thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.